Hi, this is Katie Weeks, your independent, close to my heart maker. So welcome to the Sketchy Inspiration Challenge for the Myscrappylife Virtual Crop this weekend. I am going to be sharing with you my layout and card based upon this sketch. This is sketch 1 from Miranda Weber's sketchbook, and it's from her first sketchbook. So she has 3 available. They are digital files, and you can contact her at Myscrappylife and find out more about how to get these. But I had asked her if I could use her first sketch and make the layout and the cards, and she said certainly. So this is the sketch that I'm going to be using. Looks to me that this is about a third of the distance up approximately. So I am going to start with a 4x12 for these 2 pieces here, and that's a 4x4 photo, so I'm going to go a little bit larger for those, but I wanted to show you what I'm doing for that. So I am going to be using the Love Notes paper pack from Close to My Heart, and you can see I've already loved this sticker sheet, and I have loved on the paper some too, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a look as to what's in it. So lots of hearts and flowers, and there's some teddy bears. There might have been another one, I'm not sure, that I've already used, but I love the teddy bears that goes with it. And there's some darling thin cuts. There is an awesome little envelope that is a thin cut in this set that I got, and I have used it over and over. I used it on every single Valentine's card that I made. It's adorable. But there's this. Here's what the papers look like. You get 2 of each. This with the darling little teddy bears and flowers and everything on the back. I love that. Here's this, and I will be using some of this print. And I will use just a tiny bit of this print as well. And then this print, that's going to be the featured one that I use. And it has this stripe that I think is adorable too. So I cut a 4x12 piece of paper, and I'm going to put these down. And then I just cut it on the diagonal. And I do not have this stuck to my mat, but I'm not really using the mat to measure anything today. This is a very fast, easy layout, I do believe. And I got a little adhesive on there. I'll show you how to fix that in a second. This has become one of my favorite challenges, and I find myself doing this. This is my rub and remove eraser. I find myself not limiting myself to just card sketches anymore when I'm making a card. If I can't find what I want, I'll go look at scrapbook layouts and scrapbook sketches to come up with an inspiration since I've started doing this. So I have taken a 5x5 piece of paper here, and the back side of this is this soft little print, and I cut this at 4.5 by 4.5. And then this is just the scrap. Nope, not that one. This one is just the scrap. And so I cut it to 4 1/4 inches. The width doesn't really matter. And I'm going to assemble these kind of like this. And then I have this one cut to 5 by 2 1/4. And there's not measurements with the sketches, which is fine. It kind of lets you do your own thing. And I marked 1 inch, so I marked 1 inch here, and then I went in 1 1/4 inches here, and I'm going to cut this at a diagonal. I didn't have any thin cuts that cut this large of a tag. And then this is what I do. I just flip it over and use that to mirror the other side. That's how I get like the perfect angles on my tags. So I'm just cutting my own. And then that should work. And I'm going to punch a hole in it. And then I'll figure out what to do with that hole a little bit later. Because I don't want to leave it just blank. But this is the basic tag that will go on mine. It might be a little bit larger in proportion, but I think that'll work for what I'm going for. Before I add this, I think I'm going to do some splattering through here. I'm going to take one of my shimmer brushes and I might actually take a couple. We'll go with Rosy to start. I want to show you how to start a new shimmer brush. I thought I had a red, but I'm not finding it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I do. I do have a red, but I still want to show you how to start these. So Close to My Heart has these adorable shimmer brushes. And when it comes, it has this yellow ring. You need to take that ring out because until you take that ring out, it won't work. And then once you get to this point, you just twist real good till you hear a little snap. You almost feel it. And then it's ready to go. And you can start squeezing and kind of priming the pump. And can you see? It's coming down. And then it's ready to go. And if you want to splatter, you can just do this. So that's how you start one of our shimmer brushes. I'm going to use some, this one is a truer red. I'm trying to keep it just on this, but if it splatters up here, it'll be all right. But I want to make sure I get a good enough amount splattered in the middle. And I'd like something lighter. This one's Flamingo. I have quite the selection. That one's almost a peach, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I'm going to see what these look like. I'm going to try Flamingo first because I do want some kind of a pink look to it. That's actually a little darker than I thought it would be. And as it dries, you're getting a little bit more of the true color coming through. It's hard to see the true color when it's still wet, but as it dries, it becomes a little bit more apparent. This one will be much lighter. And I think this one will match nicely with that softer paper. And I really like that there is some variance to the color in the background. This right here is going to be covered up pretty good. If you do not have paper towels mounted up underneath your craft table, you're missing out. It's like the best thing I've done to my craft room in the last couple years. It saves me a lot of effort in the cleanup process. So I'll let you get a better look. Can you see the splatter? And most of it's pretty dry already, and there is some variation of color, which is what I really like. So somehow I splattered clear over on my photo holder. I'm going to put these down, and I think I want to put a little color on the edge of them just to make them stand out a little bit better. And I'm trying to decide which color I want to edge them in the most. I think I'm going to bring in something a little bit darker, like charcoal, because I want it to be pronounced enough. I don't know what my dogs got so excited about. The mail had already went when I got on to record this, so it was not the mail person. I don't think I'm expecting FedEx or UPS today or Amazon. I really like this. That gives a little bit of definition to it. I'm gonna do all 4 sides of this, so if I flip it around and forget, it won't matter. So I really don't like to go much smaller than 4x4 for photos, because I like to see whatever I took a picture of, right? I did get a little splatter on here, but the picture is going to go on top. But when I do the 4x4 photos and I have a placeholder like this, I like to trim them down to like 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That way I have an extra mat. I have an extra mat from my photo placeholder. I think it gives a real nice look. And you can order those photo placeholders actually if you don't have enough. I have oodles of them. If you're one of my local girls and you need some mats or photo placeholders, give me a ring because I have plenty. Okay, I think we're ready to assemble these. So I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch in from the bottom. And I'm starting at like 4 1/4. And that will let me put on my whole tag. I'm gonna leave some room here so I can still get up underneath there, whatever I need to do to that tag. I really don't want the Valentine to show because I don't know if I'm gonna use this for a Valentine's layout. It can be used. I know our theme this weekend is friendship and kindness. It's about 3/8 of an inch in from the side. But it's so lovey-dovey. I'd like to use it like for an anniversary layout or a nice dinner out or something like that. I haven't decided if I'm going to use it for myself and my husband or for my kids. Since I'm still doing scrapbooks with them. I'm trying to remember what this one kind of went like this. Centered with this spot. And then my photo will go on top of there. I really need to make sure I do something with that hole. And I think what I need to do first is add a reinforcer. So I'm going to go cut one from one of our tag sets. So we have a lot of tag sets, and I'm sure one of them, yes, had a hole reinforcer. This one's quite a bit smaller. I think that'll be fine though. I'm gonna go cut this for you real quick. Okay, I'm back and I have this tiny little reinforcer. The hole on this one is smaller than the hole on the tag, but that's all right because it'll still work. And I did not glue this down, so I can still get up underneath there and put that on. And then I brought in some ribbon, just some ribbon in my stash. I actually want to feed it through the other way. And now I can glue this down. I don't want it too long. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of each of these, just so they kind of stay in the place I want them to stay. And I did not put the adhesive at the very end because I want it to look like it's kind of loose, but I want it to stay in place. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add some embellishments. And in Miranda's sketch, she had some little hearts, which was perfect. Some little hearts and stars, because this paper collection comes with these puffy heart stickers, which you can tell I have already enjoyed using. So we'll add some of those as well. And I'll put some up here. And then she had a title down here, which I really like that idea of a title down on the bottom. And there was another little element here, so I might add that too. Let me see. I think I want to bring in our sticker sheet for some more of these stars, and she had stars and hearts, and I really like that. If you're enjoying watching this video and how I adapt it with my sketch, I'd appreciate if you could hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I actually think I want this one down here and a lighter color over here. Then she had a little thing right here, this little piece right here, and it looked like a tag coming up from behind it. I'm trying to decide. I'm thinking about some of the different papers I could use. I think that might be a cute place to bring in this element as well. You know what I think I'm going to do? I have an idea. I'm going to cut this little piece. I don't, let's say a 1/2 inch. It's like a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. It was right here, and there was a tag. I think I'm going to make this so that the tag is actually a hidden place for some journaling. So I'm going to use an X-OXO knife, and I found that a metal ruler works best because because Katie cuts her plastic rulers. If we're very honest, I cut my plastic rulers accidentally, not on purpose. Sometimes I cut them. So I'm gonna put this right here. And I'm going to conceal it just a little bit. And I'm going to make a pocket on the back that can hold my tag. That way I don't go outside of this boundary when I'm sliding my tag in and out. The tag will only slide down so far, so it'll still be sticking up slightly. And I want to make sure that this adhesive is only on the bottom. This is a great way to do some hidden journaling. And I think I want to put a few more little stickers around this as well. And notice I do have some of those pops of yellow that coordinates with that honey butter. And I need to cut a tag for here next. I'm kind of a messy scrapbooker, in case you haven't noticed. So I cut out another one of those little reinforcer holes. And I cut out a little tag. And then I'm going to cut some more of that same ribbon. And to use this with my scrapbook, I will actually put a slit in the protector where this can be pulled out as well. So tell me below in the comments, where do you get your inspiration? I love to go to sketchbooks. I love to go to Pinterest. I love to look in like my catalogs and see the ideas that they have in there. Sometimes I even will look at my friends' layouts if I'm at a crop or something like that. So what do you use to find inspiration when you're trying to come up with a layout? That little tag fits right down in there, and it's inside that little pocket. And so I have some hidden journaling right there. And just to bring in like one more piece of this. Another place I find a lot of inspiration would be online, specifically in some of my groups that I belong, like on Facebook groups or maybe on Instagram if I follow some accounts and like that. And I would recommend that you join the Myscrappylife group if you're not already part of that group on Facebook. So this one I'm not sticking down, but these tails and these tails I'm slightly sticking down. And I need a title right here. But there was a really cute one on here that I liked. XOXO. And I did make this pretty lovey-dovey. So I think this is going to do it. I think that's going to work perfect down here. And then I'm ready for my card. So there's the layout. And now I'm ready to make the card. So just the typical card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so 4 1/4 divided by 3 would be, oh, we're dealing with, you know, I'm only going to go 1 1/4 so I have room in the middle. It's a little bit more than that, but I'm going to go with 1 1/4. Okay. So I'm going 1 1/4 by 5 1/2 for these. And then I cut it on the diagonal. And I want to have room for a tag in the middle. I like this one. That's about the right size, I think. And I like that splatter. So let's do a little bit, just a little bit of splatter. So if you like to find inspiration online, like you are right now with this YouTube video, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, to my YouTube channel, obviously. And also you can find me on Pinterest, on Facebook. I have a couple of groups on Facebook. I have one specifically for just my VIPs. And they get 15% credit on all of their purchases, and they get some other perks like they can earn the stamp of the month for free and things like that. And I have other groups on Facebook as well. So if you would like to follow those groups, give me a message down below. I have Craft and Crop with Kati, and I also have my Inspiration Station Facebook group. So let me know if you want to follow me and you can't find my groups. We're going to cut another tag. And put some ribbon in it again. So I'm going to bring in this little sticker that says, I love you. Use that as my sentiment. And then I think right here, I want to put that little teddy bear, but I don't want it on a banner. Oh, maybe I do. I think I'm going to edge this like I did those other pieces on my layout. And since it has a banner tip to it, the way that I'm going to get in all the way in there is I'm going to take this and just pinch it a little bit. Don't completely crease it. I need some foam dots. These are the ones from the inside of the Slimline Shaker. Best value for our foam tape is to buy the Slimline Shaker element and use all of these that they come with. The best value for your money. Oh, how cute is that? And now we are ready for lots of stickers. So I want to cover up a couple of these splotches that I did not like as well. And a big dot does that, a big heart. So we'll put some there. Going to put some on each side of this sentiment. You know what? I think that sentiment needs to pop up a little bit too. Let's do the same thing to make it stand out. It has white writing on that peach background, and it almost gets lost if you don't draw attention to it. That definitely brings it out some. Can you see? So we've got this down here, this down here. We need just a little bit someplace up here. I didn't do the little element here. You could if you wanted to, but I didn't really feel that it needed as much on a card. So it's typical that when I do one of these sketches, I leave a little bit off of the card that I might have had on the layout. So here we go. Let me bring back in my sketch. There's my sketch. Here's my card. Can you see the similarities? And then let's bring in our layout. So I hope you can take this little sketchy challenge, and I just did this at 4 inches. You can do it however you want. I did this at 1 1/4, and this is about 5. So have a go at it and see what you can create. See ya. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and you hit that bell to turn on all the notifications so you'll be notified every time I upload a crafty video. Please leave me a sweet comment below and share this video with your crafty friends as well. It's free, why not share it? Have a great day.